Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to get into another EDC video. Now, kind of continuing off from me purchasing the Nextool E1, I had purchased at the same time the Nextool bit kit, but this took, I want to say, somewhere around almost a month or longer to actually come in. So I think I ordered this somewhere ballpark around the time of no, actually it's been under. No, it has been about, I want to say August, maybe August 9th ish or August 12th. So yes, it has been around exactly a month because this came in literally about like 2 days ago. So it's been a while to get this. I don't know if it's a brand new product or just that they were in backlog in terms of the orders, but it has just arrived. So we're gonna get into this now. And what's interesting about this, and I have my Leatherman Wave on hand because the next tool bit kit, in theory, should fit your little whatever that is. It should fit the Leatherman style bits because you can see here on the Nextool, this one comes with one bit, and it seems to be very similar um, to the Leatherman. But I don't know if all of them will fit because I've heard some stories of not all of them fitting, but most of them fitting into a Leatherman setup. This looks nice to me as far as a little case because it almost looks like a miniature toolbox that a person would have, laid out on their table, and you have the two latches on the side. So it reminds me of those old school um, toolboxes that people would use. I mean, you still use them today, but here you go. You can pause it and read the numbers on them for yourself. Hopefully you can see them decently well. And let's see if the original one didn't have any kind of writing on it. So I don't know if it is the same as some of these. These ones have the writing on it, and the original one, from what I can see here, does not. Just lighting a little bit because I realize it's a little hard to see from these angles. Here you go. So yes, you can see there's no writing on it. These ones have. Now, this case here has a magnet strip. I believe that's the thing aligned on the backside there. And so when you put it in, it stays. So you don't have to worry about them falling out. So that part is actually very nice. And this goes for, I'm going to have the link in the description for you to purchase this on Amazon. But I believe this was roughly about $13, $14, give or take. So a pretty nice alternative for the Leatherman bit kit if you're using it for a Leatherman. But as far as using it for its intended purpose as the Nextool, this is also just really great because I really like this tool. It's kind of growing on me in terms of the fact that I compared it to one of my favorites, the armbar, the Gerber armbar drive. But the thing about it is because of the pocket clip, because of the nature of the shape, it's not as long. It probably is a bit more pocket friendly, though I would say that tool, kind of is comparable to like having a pen in your pocket because it's a little longer and a little like rounder. But, if you like the feel of just having something with a pocket clip that doesn't hang very low in the pocket, so it's not have all that weight at the bottom of the pocket, this is great for that. All of the tools on here come out pretty easy, so that makes it cool too to carry around, so it makes it more enjoyable to carry around. Which the only thing that is hard to come out is the X-Acto knife, or art knife if you want to call it that, but which you have to usually use this, your your bit to actually pull it out. Now, with that being said, it's one of the only things where you kind of really don't want to have it out all the time or just pull it out easy, because it definitely could cut you and cause a lot of problems. But other than that, usually you'll just end up using the knife. But anyway, this is not a review of the tool, but I'm just making note that it's easy. It's an easy tool to carry. So expanding it with this bit kit enhances that, especially when you consider the fact that this case is roughly about the same size as the tool. So it really doesn't take much for you to carry this. You could have this in your pocket as your daily, everyday carry, and you could have this maybe in a back pocket or whatever the case is. Or even if you just had it in your car and if you really needed it in a pinch, you would be able to run to it. But most of the time, that kind of more just universal, double-sided, one or the other will probably be enough for you to get by. Let's see if this bit fits in the Leatherman. If so, then what makes it really good, it's interesting. I actually didn't notice how even the little pull mechanism there is the same as the pull mechanism on there. So they really are designed very much almost the same. The only difference, I think, is that Leatherman has a spring in it, a spring retention. And I believe the Nextool has a magnet, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see if you see the numbers on this one. This is the Leatherman. Let's see if that fits in here. I don't even want to push hard. To be honest with you, I don't even like the way that it feels fitting inside the Nextool. It really doesn't fit inside the Nextool very well at all, actually. Yeah, and so putting the Nextool's bit back in, it fits in without a problem. And obviously, because this is the Nextool's one, but I just say that to say the Leatherman one does not just fit in there. So that point is made just for the point of saying that you could see here the way they look. The Leatherman one is definitely bigger. So let's see if the bits actually can go into the Leatherman, the one from this case here, this little set, because if not, then it's not something you would purchase as an alternative to the Leatherman bit kit. I'm getting the feeling that. So it fits in there. It fits. Let me see how it feels though versus the. It feels a little different. And the one thing I think just to be weary about when it comes to this thing is just making sure that you're not breaking in any way the mechanism. Now, I do feel that the bits for the Nextool is a little smaller, so that shouldn't be the case or a problem. But here, let's try. I think somebody was saying in a different video that one of these other types didn't fit in there that well. I'm not sure. See, that's not. I'm sorry, let me put a better angle, camera angle. I'm looking at it from outside of the camera. That doesn't fit in there very well at all. That slides in. I'm not trying to force it to break it, but with just basic force, it's not going in. So this piece here, the T15, it doesn't go inside there. Just try one of these other random bits. It goes in. But once again, I don't like the feel of this. Some of the bits go in smooth, some of them don't. And I don't really like the feel of that because it makes you feel like this Leatherman that, I don't know. I don't see any kind of what the mechanism is inside there. If it's like I said, it might be this little piece folded as a little spring piece. I can't fully tell. You don't want to feel like your Leatherman, which is an arm and a leg in the price, is going to end up breaking because, you know, the bits don't work in it correctly or whatever the case is. So I personally am not going to utilize this bit set with the Leatherman because I just don't like the fact that it doesn't feel like, it feels like on some of them you're pushing them in. You don't know when to push hard and when not to, because one situation could be just that, okay, it's not getting a proper fit. Let me just push it in really hard and it goes in. That may not be a problem. Another situation might be push it in and then you destroy the spring or whatever the retention is, and now all of a sudden your regular bit that goes inside your Leatherman standard doesn't fit in it properly anymore. And that's that me personally, for a Leatherman that costs over $100, I don't want to end up doing that to it, because at that point, like, just the value on it, that's just kind of crazy. But as far as having it for this, it's great. I think the value is great mixed with this tool. This tool is great on its own. It's roughly about $27, but the fact that you can get this along with it, and then at that point you're a total of about $40. But the fact that you have a full extensive little kit with it, I think is a nice little mashup for the pocket size aspect of it. If you truly were just like, I need a multi-tool in general, I don't care about it being pocket size or whatnot, I would say at that point, you can get something like, say, the Byberry Pro, and that comes with its own little bit kit built into it, about 7 different double-sided bits, not including the one that comes in the tool. So that's, more of a full-size type of multi-tool. So if you don't care about the pocketability and it's just the price, then yeah, there are some other things that could be recommended. But for the price of this, there really isn't too much that's going to give you this level of that with this. Now, I think that the I forget what company this is, but does the KS2 Elite, is that Roxxon? I can't remember the top of my head, but I believe that one it comes with its own big kit, and that would be comparable because I think that goes for about $37. So in that aspect, as a standalone, it will compete with this one with the kit. But this is still a nice buy, and I do like the little form factor of it and whatnot. So, but like I said, this was about the little big kit. So you've seen it. Is it a good buy? I think it is. As a Leatherman big kit replacement, you could do it, but I wouldn't feel comfortable with it, me personally. I won't feel comfortable with it because not all the tools fit, and you don't know which ones are going to fit and which ones don't. Which ones are you jamming in it and actually damaging the product versus not. So that's my view on it. As always, you guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video.